a sausage on a stick that's wrapped by a blueberry pancake.
Oh, that'd be good.
Alright, good to go
Yeah,
then.
let's go.
Because Godot said that he's busy and Shadow's kind of vanished. It's fine, we'll just keep going.
Shadow's like the Avatar. When the world needed him most,
He
vanished.
Alright, so... Have I got everything? Have I got my session notes here? Yes, I do. Good. Alright. So... Let me just make sure I got the volume sorted here too. It's going to be a nightmare otherwise. So... In the depths of the Pale, a town called Gunmar's Ground exists. That town has been preyed on by a bandit king for many months. Our intrepid band of adventurers, after breaking out of a keep nearby, had taken refuge there. In agreement for their freedom, they agreed to aid in defeating this bandit king. On their first mission to stop a convoy, they ran into a new friend, Volkar, a warrior of Falkreach. After aiding him, Volkar decided to tag along. And with the aid of Kalamin and Felina, they were able to discover that the fort they escaped from was the intent of the convoy. After Kalamin and Felina had gone on their scouting trip, Kalamin had asked you all to meet him late at night when you had rested up. Now, as you wake and you look outside, you can see that the stars are still bright and the moon is high in the air. You've gotten a full night's of the equivalent of a full night's rest. The only reason why it's this late is simply because you went to sleep after your battle rather early. So, you're all in your rooms, whether you're sharing or use it or have your own separate rooms. What do you want to do?
Then I leap out of bed and immediately go to speak to this cat.
Alright. You jump out of bed and you just open the door. Does anyone else do anything?
We'll have Gil just kind of roll out of bed, like unenthusiastically, and by complete accident, just kind of flops out and wakes up.
Yeah. So Gil, rolling out of bed, just lands hard on the ground. Not incredibly loud, because obviously he's not wearing his armor. It's difficult to sleep in full plate. And he just gets up and just starts walking towards the door as well. Volko, Lorvo, you guys doing anything, or are you just gonna chill in your rooms?
I probably get up and start putting on my armor.
Alright.
Just getting ready.
So you spend about 2 or 3 minutes just preparing your armor as you walk out, and you can see that Drayan and Gil are there as well.
I kind of get up and walk down with a book looking for a good place to read. I see them, I'm going to stop by.
Okay. So as the 4 of you walk down, listening in, you can hear Haas just snoring away. So you assume that he's just still completely fast asleep. As you walk down, I want you all to make a perception check. Because as you walk down, it is pitch black in there. There's only a little bit of moonlight in.
Deception or perception?
Perception.
Okay.
You're looking around the inn, and Volkar just... he's still got a lot of sleep in his eye.
Yeah, I'm just waking up.
Yeah.
Okay,
you're gonna do a roll for Gil as well?
Yeah. Second for Gil.
Okay. As you look around, you can see various objects from the light of the moon, and in the very far corner you can see what looks to be a much larger object. As you stare, you see the object shift, and you see a clawed hand move itself into the moonlight, which you recognize as Kalamin.
Most of us recognize, at least.
Yeah.
Gil, that is not a magic rock. I'm just going to say it right now.
I mean it. Right,
My
so-
God, where did you find such an exquisite magical item?
I don't know. It was just like right here. I don't even know why the innkeeper didn't take it. It's just.
It's obviously calumny. You.
I might have to study that later. You better hold on to that. It might have some value.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Gil just puts it in his pouch. Okay, so most you can now see, you can tell by the pod that's Calamin sitting in the corner of the inn in the dark.
With one very annoyed Argonian now.
So
I'll walk up and sit and just sit next to him. Is he just sitting in the dark, or is is it just dark in here?
He's sitting in the. There's a small shaft of moonlight going across the table he's sitting at, but he's just in there completely.
But he's
in
doing
the
kind of strange, the Strider thing with the shadow is obscuring his face.
Yeah, he's got his hood up and everything.
Okay, well I'll just sit at the table. I won't disturb his light. I'll sit down and sit. Ask him why he called us here. Kellerman, what did you...
Kalamin has been thinking about the convoy, the message. Kalamin doesn't think that this adds up. When Kalamin went to the fort, he saw no strategic value, no weapons. His position would not help in any way. Too far from the roads to raid, too far from the clearing to block it off. So Kalamin now wonders, why were they going for the fort and not the clearing?
Could it be that they perhaps were planning to use it as a storehouse?
Kalamin does not think so.
Should they decide for a pincer?
If they wanted to do that, they have more strategic areas to do so. That fort is open. It's vulnerable. In fact, the only reason why Kalamin thinks that it's still there is due to political games. There's also another thing that bothers Kalamin. And he looks to you, Lorvo. Can Kalamin have your blade for a second?
I pull out the fire dagger.
Alright, are you letting him take it?
I warm my hands around it.
It's always lit, by the way. It's just even when it's on my hilt, it's always on fire.
Alright. As you pass the blade...
How are you not burning again?
I've gotten used to the pain.
As you... If that's the case, then
He just got
Mitch,
a scar.
If that's,
He's just got a
now that you've
scar
said
now.
that, Mitch, I'm gonna say that because of that,
Awesome.
you take 2 points of fire damage because you have it on your belt.
I'm not healing you.
Just permanently reduced HP because giant leg scar.
No, just every now and then I'm just gonna roll for fire damage until he has that thing turned off, or if he finds a way to safely carry. Anyway, so as you give him the blade, the flames flicker out for a second, but as he gets a firm grip of it, the flames turn on again. Enchanted blades are difficult to find here in Dornstar. And yet, one of them was given this blade for a useless position. Even Imperial-grade weaponry can be seen by bandits, often taken from the corpses of patrols. But enchanted weapons... What Kalamin is confused with is why they got one of these.
Either they have an enchanter, or someone has set them up with very high connections.
Kalamin was thinking the exact same thing. Enchanters, though, are rare in Dawnstar. It's the reason why we don't have many enchanted weapons. You'd see more of these in Winterhold than anything. Which means the other one. This Bandit King has his fingers in more pies than I thought he would be. There is also something else. How sure you were all that that captain meant what he said?
To be fair, I have my doubts, and I'm keeping an eye on him.
You are keeping your eye on a now dead bandit, probably in rigor mortis. That...
Yes.
You are a strange Argonian, my friend.
I have been told that many a time. And I am.
I think that a dying man will say anything.
But can you be sure? We don't know how disciplined these people were. Even in the face of insurmountable odds, he stayed and fought. He tried to command the soldiers. What's to say that he does not know a few tricks about interrogation?
Fair point. But it's almost like...
Did you, when you... Because Calamine, we know that he went to the, went and checked out the place that we were...
Yeah, he checked out the fort that the...
that I was headed.
Yeah,
before.
you checked out where the note said, the fort.
So I say then, like, did you actually, like, go in and inspect this place?
Calamine inspected it top to bottom. The only thing Calamine found was the corpse of a red guard. One which was freshly killed.
Oh, right. That was a place that you guys were at before.
That's where they broke out.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The only thing I saw beyond that was old bloodstains, debris, and a charred wall.
Just everyone kind of glances at Largo.
Well, no, you and Gil do. The rest of the others don't have a clue about that.
Yeah.
Like, they know you escaped, but they didn't know that Larvo kept missing.
Well, what are you saying, Calamine?
Calamine feels that there is something much deeper. Maybe a mutiny, maybe a bigger plan. But Calamine cannot be sure. And while I have my own theories about why the fort got deserted so quickly, either a mutiny to the Bandit King, just them having enough and becoming bandits of themselves, or maybe even a Daedric pulse.
I think I just like when he says that, I think I like slam my hammer down and stand up, and I'm like, and then cross my arms and just say, "And what do you suggest we do?"
What Calamine suggests that you do is you continue to work with Miganir. Try to sort out this problem with the bandits. Calamine, on the other hand, feels that I need to do some work of my own. I need to go, retrace the paths, track the bandit convoys, try and find any information, try to find a bigger picture. This is something Calamine has to do alone.
We understand, Calamine. Wish you luck and safety.
Calamine does not need it. Calamine knows what's best for Calamine. And he hands the flame dagger back to you, Mitch. One last thing. If my associates ask where I am, you can tell them what they want. Whether they decide to look for me is their choice as well. Calamine works best solo.
We understand.
Good luck, my friend.
I don't imagine Gil would just now make a snide remark at this. Also, let's have a bit of a visual Calamine face.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well,
So,
Calamine suggests that you go back to Meganir. I imagine he has a plan for you all. As for me, this is where Calamine bows out of the story for a bit. And with that, he just slowly walks up, puts his hood a bit low over his face, and just darts off into the night.
I'd like to think that he was like in the corner, right? And then he like kind of like shuffles back into the corner farther and like stands up and puts his hood up, and then just like sidles to the side, and then just and then like darts quickly for the door and just like back against the wall, still looking, and then just like
just
slips up the
jumps
door
through a
quickly.
window.
Like it's all like kind of like being stealthy, but like we were just having a conversation with him, so we saw him do what he's doing.
I just like to imagine that
I
he
love
peeks out the
Calamine.
nearest window.
And slips out the door.
The DM loves Calamine as well.
All right.
Wait. What did he mean by story? It's not like this is some sort of game or playwright.
You get the
Just go,
feeling, you thinking about that, you get the feeling that maybe you should stop before you get a
Calamine
headache.
talks in the third person all the time.
Yeah.
That's like sort of a thing.
Yeah, even though I did mess up a few times. It's difficult talking in the third person, guys.
Yeah, that's true. I've tried to do that as well, and it's one of those things that's like you just start to feel crazy after a while and try to have to correct it.
Well, no, yeah. Anyway, as you just sit there in the dark for a few minutes with the light from the flame dagger, which have you still got the
As soon
flames
as
on, Mitch?
Calamine leaves, I would probably like turn a lantern on or something.
Okay, you turn the
Yeah.
lantern on then. As you sit there for a few minutes, see the tavern door open slowly once more as a light comes through, and you see an Imperial guard wielding a torch, and you can see he's got it low down to, not set the entire inn on fire. And as he looks and sees you, like, goes, were you the lot that, was, like, did you deal with that convoy, yesterday?
Yes.
Good. Captain Miganir wants your attention. I'm meant to lead you here, because it's curfew and everything.
I'll just follow him.
Yep. We'll go after him.
Walk through the door.
Though, wait. I will be like, one moment, please. And then I go to write a note to let Haas know where we are. In terms Haas will understand.
Alright. You draw a very quick sketch of meat and a picture of a very large house with an arrow to it. And you figure, Haas will probably know that. Alright, so the guard very quickly takes you back towards the longhouse and just beckons you inside. As you walk through, you head towards what is essentially the war room. And you can see, sitting back rather casually, feet on the table, just leaning back, you can see Captain Miganir. It's about time you lot showed up. I thought you guys were sleeping beauties or something like that.
Well, one does not get as radiant scales and horns as I do without enough sleep and proper polishing.
Is that like the thing that your Argonian mothers tell you?
I was raised by dark elves.
Interesting. Anyway, the reason why I brought you lot here is because it's clear that you're part of a bigger thing. You guys found the information that shows that the Bandit King's planning something. So I figured you guys would be the most qualified to deal with it. Besides, all my guys are either being shown the ropes by Ilya while the guard's being chained, or they're just busy defending the town. So, if there's an attack being planned, then we need some more time to prepare. Not only that, but we need tactical advantages. The biggest one is this, and he points down to the map. Do I still have it? Yes, I still have it. Alright. So the graphically drawn map! There we go. And, Volgate, this is the first time you see the map, but you can see there's various indications of stuff. I know it's really shittily drawn. Shut up.
It's a map, you know.
Yeah, look, I'm no artist.
It's okay, man.
Yeah. And you can see various circles and various blocks on it, and as a person who's studied that stuff, you can usually tell the icons that they use for, like, concentrations of bandits and allied
Yeah,
areas.
like, it's probably not the first time I've seen, like, a similar map to this, being somewhat in the military.
Yeah, so you're able to get a decent idea of it. And you see Mignair point to the closest red block and says, "The most important thing is that we need to get this base gone. That used to be the town's old lumber mill. Without it, well, we're kind of screwed when it comes to replenishing our arrows, repairs for carts, or barricades. An attack on the front's going to be complete suicide. That looks to be their forward base. So," and he points over to what you all can see is the topmost yellow square, "I think it's time that we got access on the second bridge again. The clearing there appears to be what we thought the convoy was going towards. If we clear that out, we'll have a way to strike in behind that base and take it down. Now, I'm aware that Calamin's group is doing their own thing, a mission Ilya sent them off on. So I'm gonna make a risk here and give you 4 of my archers. They'll escort you and provide fire support. The important part is that that base needs to be taken down."
Yes. Indeed.
Pick up the base. Got it.
Now, we don't have much information about the clearings, but from what we can tell with this one, it's been there the longest. It was one of the first things they took after they took the lumber mill. The fact that this person knows that it's important to secure the flanks, that's what worries me about this battle. If he's smart enough for something like this, whereas a normal bandit, and he looks at you, Volker, which I'm sure you're aware of, bandits are pretty stupid.
I just nod my head.
So, we need to treat this like we're treating an actual enemy, as if one of our own holds are after us.
What's the story?
Now, for this, if you do this, I will give you share of the spoils of the weapons. We'll take any Imperial-grade weapons back. And you see him pull out a relatively large pouch, and looking at it, you can see a few arcane inscriptions on it. I'm willing to give you guys one of our arcane items. A bag of holding, it's called. Relatively new. That's if you clear the entire place out.
I understand.
Alright.
The skill just kind of is like, wait, if they took this after the mill, doesn't that mean it will be well enforced?
Not quite. The position that they've taken is, by itself, relatively defended. It's a small little gap where they hide everything in, and there's no trees in that area. It's a clearing, so you can get picked off. That's why the reason as well why we're doing this, is it's going to be a night ops. Now, as for why this hasn't been reinforced, I would assume because of distance and because of the forts. The fort doesn't hold that much strategic value, but it did have a garrison in there. If they made themselves too loud, what's abandoning the fort for a few days in order to clear out some bandit camps? But if what Calamin tells me is true, and that garrison's completely gone, then they can just reinforce that place without any noise.
Yes.
Glad
All
you
right.
see it my way, then. Alright. I'll also giving you guys this, and he passes you all some paper. He gives Drain an extra one, which you assume is for Haas. If any of the guards stop you after curfew, just show them that and they'll let you through. It's better than having an escort all the time. And as you read it, you do see it is essentially a access permit, basically handwritten by himself, giving permission for you all to, continue working after curfew.
Okay.
All right. Good luck. The 4 of them will be meeting you at the gate.
Sounds good. So it's us, 3, and Haas.
It's you, Drayan, Lorvo, Gil, and Haas is still asleep.
And Haas is asleep.
Yeah, Haas
Yeah,
and
we're
that's what
gonna
it's
be
you
waking
for.
him up.
What was that you say you were going to do there, Blaze?
We're gonna be waking Haas.
Alright.
This is probably not a good idea.
Yeah, you wake up Haas and he just stirs a bit and they just as you try and push him awake again, he just swings one of his hands at you and the sleepy kind of don't kind of way.
Do I take a point of damage?
No. It was the kind of just waking up kind of, just no strength in it whatsoever.
So we're heading out tonight.
Yes. Before they can wake up.
Alright then.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you decide to leave Haas
I have my
sleeping there.
Well, we have to continue waking him, but yes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try for several more minutes, but it looks like he's not going to wake up.
Yeah.
So,
should I leave him another note?
you take your original note, flip it around, and you basically just make an indication for him to stay here at this point. And as you leave the note, you just both head out to you all head to the front gate, where you do indeed see 4 archers. 2 of them wielding crossbows and the other 2 wielding short bows. And as the one of them's wearing a helmet, and you can see a long scar down the side of his face. So he looks at you and says, "Right, you a lot that's meant to be, wouldn't I be taking out the clearing with you guys?"
Yes.
And you
That
hear
would
him
be
lean
us.
you hear him as he leans rather loudly say, "I thought they fucking said it was sending some professionals."
You what?
You'll be coming with us.
Well, do us a favor. Try not to get us killed.
And I'd expect you to do the same, soldier.
It's my job.
I just kind of as I'm walking towards him, stand and just look down at him. I can only assume.
He's actually not much shorter than you. He's about
All right then.
he comes up to about your chin.
That's still enough.
But as you stare back, he stares back at you, and he doesn't seem very intimidated by you.
Alrighty. It's more of just a keeping an eye on you. But yeah, let's go.
All right. So the 4 of them.
Hammer on me shoulder.
The 4 of them lead the way. Christ, that was a loud firework. That is very loud fireworks.
Oh right.
You guys can hear that, right?
Yeah, we can.
That must be next door or something like that. Shit. And my dogs are going crazy now. So we're going to have a lot of background noise, and I do apologize. I might have to pause partway through just to shut them up. So, as you walk through, as a meteor shower apparently starts happening above you, it's a rather
Can I make a wish on the meteors?
It's a rather uneventful journey, as once again the 4 rangers in front of you listen carefully and just keep an eye out for any wolves or wildlife. But this late into the night, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. And after traveling for a few hours, they eventually raise their hand to tell you to stop, and they turn around and look at you, Lawful, and says, "Turn that fucking light off."
Lorvo, please turn the dagger's light off.
Okay.
Also, because you've had it on this entire time, during that trip, you took another 3 points of fire damage.
I'm not healing that.
Wait a minute. Okay, maybe I should turn this thing off a little.
Yeah, you took 2 points in the inn, and you've taken another 3 just on the journey here, as it slowly...
I have 2 hit points.
Seriously? Did you, like, roll a 1? Oh, wait, no, I had to roll your health, didn't I? Because you weren't here.
Yep.
I have a max of 7.
Hey.
Yeah, he has no HP, remember?
Yeah, well, he's the one that fucked himself by just being like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep it on, even on my belt. I'm fine with the burning." You're not fucking fine now. And as the light goes off, you all start creeping forward slowly. I want you all.
Gil just sort of pat his back to heal up 5 Furlan hands.
Sure.
Gil's just like.
Maybe you should, not do something that'll get yourself killed. As Divine Energy goes in on it through Gil. Not Gil, sorry. No, Lorvo. A lot of names to keep track of.
Yeah.
So I want you all to make stealth checks now.
Oh boy, yeah.
Sneaky.
This is going. You know how this is going to go.
I'm sure I'm wearing chainmail. Just double check something.
Yep. I just rolled for the 4 archers.
And I'm rolling for Gil with some disadvantage because he has plate.
Mm-hmm. I think chain doesn't give you disadvantage, but plate does.
I need to double check because I might have. No, chain gives a disadvantage. All heavy armor gives you a disadvantage.
All right. Okay, so you got to roll a disadvantage.
That's okay.
Well, that's ooh. Okay. All right.
Is it snowing out?
Yes.
It's not a survival check. It doesn't matter.
Well, it's snowy, and it was.
It's only survival checks.
Yeah, only survival checks. You don't get +1 in everything in cold weather. That'd be OP.
Oh hey, I actually didn't fail this time.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So as you all sneak in closer, you can see the 3 archers spread out a little bit more. And they do occasionally...
We have Gil just be sent out in front of us so that no one else can be... So that we're
being led by the archers. But anyway,
yeah, the archers are leading you. So yeah, just tell us the marching order then.
Okay. Gil's
I'll be like
first.
in the front, I guess, or behind Gil.
Yeah,
he has plate mail. Yeah, I'll be behind him.
I'll be behind these 2.
All right, and Mitch, where are you going to be?
I think he's in the middle of all.
Yes, protect me.
So between Gil and Volker.
Or behind me, and in front of Dreer.
Okay. I think. Yeah, we'll go with that then. All right. So let me just do some shifting here. Okay. As you move forward for about another 10 minutes, you eventually see 2 lights in the distance. And so I will just... I don't know how to work this shit, so give me a second. Right, okay. This will be a while. Give me a second.
The fog of war.
Yeah, I didn't test this shit. So.
Do you have
Advanced fog of war? Yes.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah, I can remember. Yeah. I mean, like the like advanced lighting and stuff from Pro. Okay.
Yes, I have Pro.
Nice.
Okay, let me just see. I think you guys can see if I... Oh, wait, I know one.
Yeah, like, because we can see, like, a couple half circles. Kind of like some
but you can't
sections
see your
of light. No, we can't see our characters, because the light isn't encompassing them.
So what? Did I just go with emit light radius for that?
Well, I think that.
Oh no, view distance, advanced fog of war.
Yeah, there's like a. Because you can make it. I don't remember honestly. I'm trying to imagine the settings in my head right now.
Let's see what happens if I do this.
That gave us some kind of weird squares going on. Okay, I guess I can see my character, so I can see me. It's just darkness all around me.
Well,
so I guess
good.
that's fine.
Yeah, so I've given you guys 30 feet worth.
Now there's weird squares, but
yeah, unfortunately, that's just the line of sight thing.
the weird squares showed up afterwards. Because I can still. Oh yeah, the line of sight is working fine because I can move myself. The line of sight's working fine, but I don't know where those weird squares came from.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So as you all slowly creep up and you look towards the light, you can see what looks to be a Nord just holding the torch, and you can see that he's looking right at you. He isn't reaching for his weapon. He's just staring at you both. Oh, staring at you all.
And there's like,
Can I?
there's like almost a dozen of us. Like there's a couple of us.
He doesn't look.
So-
He looks a little bit nervous, but he doesn't look like he's like frozen in fear. But he can very clearly see you all.
Can we give him? Can I give the archers a signal to shoot him?
Sure.
Okay, so
I
just,
think
I hold my
you're doing
fingers
that
up,
while I'm doing the thing that I'm doing, but they'll probably react to you because I'm.
and I just kind of
What
point.
are you doing
fingers
first,
at the
Volker?
thing.
Well, I was just gonna like put my hand up to the guy and just to be like, don't like we're not gonna hurt you. But he's telling the archers to shoot him. So
As
I'm
you
in
raise
front.
your hand up, you hear Drayen say, "Fire!" And the four archers.
No, I was going to do it with a silent
Whatever.
silent command.
Anyway,
Just
about
like,
it, they fire.
at him like a gun,
Two of them hits.
which are not.
So that is that plus 3, 6. That is. At the command, you just hear the heavy sound of the crossbow levers going down and the sound of the bowstring firing off. And you see several arrows and bolts go flying towards him. Two of them end up completely missing, but the other two lodge directly into his chest. You see him stagger
Good.
back a little bit, and then he slumps to the ground.
And do we see the other light that's over there? I imagine his torch probably like falls and then like hits snow or something. But...
Yeah, the torch falls, but it's still lit.
Okay.
But you don't see any other movement.
We don't see the other light.
You see like the glow of the light, but it's covered. But the rocks are covering it.
Okay.
The ground, like the rocks that you can see, that you can just about see, are kind of rise upwards.
Well, this guy's dead. I'm probably just going to like go and like put myself up against the rocks that the other light is coming from, as though like if somebody was coming to check on the noise,
All right,
and just ready
so
my
you-
hammer.
You run up
As soon as
towards that.
someone comes around the corner, I'm just gonna swing my hammer at
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
So
Gonna just sneak forward a little bit. Like this far as Gil just kind of goes about that far forward.
all right, Mitch, are you gonna move anywhere?
I'm gonna try to stick like in between everybody.
Okay, so you move roughly there. There's a small sort of like slightly hilly rocky area which you just kind of put yourself near. Doesn't provide much cover, but you know, it's there.
You feel
no.
protected. It doesn't
You
actually
feel a bit
protect-
safer. And the
I am
archers-
impenetrable.
Wait,
And
don't Gil and Laborval have dark vision?
Yeah.
So they can actually see what's going on.
Yeah, but they can't see like
Too
the
bad they're
other
not
they
here.
can't see the other light because it raises up and there's rocks in the way.
Ah,
So you wait there for a little bit.
Yeah, I just wait there and like I maybe try to like listen to see if I can hear if there's something over there, or if the source of
So
this
you
glow is-
listen. Make a perception check. That's my dog's bark.
That's better.
So as you listen in, you can hear slightly muffled. You hear, "No, I don't see him. I don't know." That's all you hear.
Oh, here.
Yeah, that's all you hear.
I
Like,
think
you
I'll,
heard the guy that's nearby, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit there. What does everybody else do?
yeah, what's everyone else do?
I'm gonna sneak a little bit closer to the big guy.
All right. These archers are gonna move up, and they're starting to slowly climb up the rocks. What's Gil gonna do, and what are you gonna do, Mitch?
I'm gonna try to get a little closer to Actually, no, I'm gonna stay right here and just be ready. If something
Alright.
comes into my sight.
Okay. As you
I
wait
think
for...
if nobody is making any like advanced movements, I will like pull my hand axe out and try to like turn the corner quickly and just like hit whoever is there.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna say, because of what you're trying to do, make an athletics check.
Sure, athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
Athletics is my thing. I can do athletics. Hey.
Not 20.
Nat 20. Okay. So, as you carefully put the hammer away and pull out your hand axe,
Huh?
you pause for a few seconds, and then you just spin around the corner and just start running, timing your slash, right as the person on the other side turns. I want you to make an attack with advantage.
Awesome. 18.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
6 plus 3. Oops. 7.
All right. So as you run in, you charge at the bandit, which you can see now is a red guard. As he turns around, you see his face just widen in fear as the axe digs hard into his shoulder. And from your angle, let me see if I can do this. There we go. From this angle, you can actually see inside the camp. There we go, I think that did it. Can you see inside the camp now, or have I messed up?
Yes, I can see inside the little cave.
Okay. So you can see there's a bunch of...
dirt and...
You can see there's a bunch of bandits. Some of them have their weapons ready, others are just sitting there watching. As you just slowly dig in.
I leave the axe. I don't pull the axe out. I leave the axe in his shoulder. Just for note. Because I don't want that axe anymore. And I will... As long as... Is there initiative? Or what's going on?
Do you want to go in on this, or...?
Well, I'm just... I don't know. That was, what I was doing. And so, if he reacts or anything... Because I probably... My next action would be to probably grab my hammer and either hit him again and then run. Because if it was, my turn, that's what I would do.
Well, as you just shove him away a little bit, he falls there, and you can just see him just... he's in complete shock from the hits. And then you hear...
Yeah.
You hear one of the bandits that's right there by the campfire saying, "That's enough."
What's everybody else doing right now?
Yeah, what's everyone else doing?
I'm just kind of trying to see and listen in on what's going on over here.
Okay, so I'll just say for the sake of argument that you're here. You're climbing up still. The other archers, they're still climbing up. Ah, that's loud.
Yeah, I'm just kind of probably just standing there, probably just deer in the headlights sort of situation.
Yep.
Similar to the guard that has an axe in his shoulder, But I'm just
Yeah.
kind of like, I put myself in a situation, haven't I?
Yeah. I mean, that's like some of them do have their weapons at the ready, but most of them are still like sitting down, or in the case of the one that just talked, he doesn't have his weapon drawn, but he's just standing, looking at you, arms crossed.
I think I'd probably just like slowly back away into the darkness, into the snow.
Right. As you start to back up, he says, "Hang on, I want to talk."
I'll keep walking and say, what do you talk? And I'm not gonna come closer to him, but I'm gonna like maybe take a step back, but right there and just kind of be like.
You see him just shake his head in irritation. You hear him say, "Keep an eye out." And he just slowly starts walking towards you. Hasn't drawn his weapon, and he moves around here, still in the protection of the, of this little indent, but, away from the other bandits. So you lot that did it then? You lot that got rid of my convoy?
Convoy.
Yeah, the lot that were coming here.
I probably look surprised. And
Oh, why are you looking so surprised for? I mean, it's not like me and the lads ended up seeing a bunch of dead bodies. A couple of them charred, some of them missing an eye. Another one, head fucking smashed in. You're the kind of person that would smash some skulls in.
I probably shrug. It's like, guess I am.
Well, let me guess. You're here for us, yeah?
I just nod.
Motion for the archers to quietly start moving up closer.
Okay, let me just, because they're climbing up. Right, one of them struggles to climb up, but he's still getting up. Two of them get up to the top and can now see over the side. But then you hear one of them go, shit, and just land hard. And with the sound of the impact, you see the other bandits just look around, and they look where the sound is, and they see the other two that archers are up there, and they just quickly stand up and raise their weapons. The bandit that was talking to you, Volker, just raised his hand and says, "I said that's enough." And he looks back towards you and says, "Look, I know what you're here for. I know what you want. You want this place gone. You know what? I'm fucking tired of this too, so how about this? You let me and my lads go. You get the clearing."
Now here I thought you knew more than me. Seems that you don't really know what I want at all.
Well,
Wait, can I see if he's lying?
Make an
or
insight
if there
check.
might be something.
Can I also make an insight check?
Yep. And just in case, I need to figure out... The command is /W,
No, it's not
then
really something
U,
that
isn't
I
it?
do, but-
Seems like he's really...
Yeah, I think /W for whisper.
Yeah. He looks pretty fed up.
Yeah.
He's just staring there waiting for an answer.
Sorry, what did he say? Sorry, I was,
He said,
what was the, like...
He said,
Yeah.
"You let me and my lads go, and you can have the clearing."
Oh, yeah.
You can definitely
Yeah,
tell
see,
by,
that's-
like, his body language and such that he is just fed up and tired.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's gonna work.
Oh, yeah?
Wait,
Why not?
Because you seem to think that
Wait,
I'm
can
in
I
it for...
approach?
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. You
Yeah, go
walk
for it.
around, and you just poke your head out. And he notices you,
Let's
but
hands
he
up.
doesn't react any more than,
Do you say anything, or do you just, like, make your presence known?
It's gonna be like, now hold on. Can I'm sorry if I'm intruding, but how long have you been at this to be so tired?
1 month is it right now? And you guys, having a decent idea, it's roughly around the equivalent of early winter.
It's about right now.
Yeah, basically.
Winter has already begun, so...
Shit, man. We've been here since spring.
Spring?
Yeah. Got orders to come here, make this clearing, and... been here ever since. Fuck all to do.
So this is a permanent plan for that long.
Yeah. Basically. Look, if you guys want to know more about this, then fine. If that means that me and my lads gotta go free. But you can tell those fucking archers to just lower their bows.
Okay, can I give them a visual command to lower down their weapons for now?
I'll just like holler out and be like, lower your weapons.
Yeah.
Okay,
that'll work, too.
Drain, make a persuasion check, and Volker either make a persuasion or intimidation check. Whichever one you want.
Okay,
I get to
here, I
finally...
think that I'm gonna choose... I think that I say...
Persuasion?
Well, see, this is what I want to say, lower your weapons, but what I really want to say is shoot him.
Okay, make it... Okay, well,
You know what I mean? Like, I would like to, like, I don't want to, because I actually don't want him to leave at all. I want to kill these people.
Okay, if that's the case, make an intimidation check, and you're going up against Drain's 20.
Okay. Okay.
They look... The two that are up there look at you, look at the two of you, and then at each other, rather conflicted, before they just very slowly lower their weapons.
Alrighty.
And the bandit that you can see he's actually wearing just some light leather armor, and he appears to have a weird brooch on around his neck, and he just looks back and sees one of the weapons and says, "Right, well, suppose you want something out of this. What do you want to know then?"
Want to know why? Why were you planning on taking an area that had very little strategic advantage, if you know about that?
The fuck are you on about?
I briefly explained to him the whole situation involving the fort.
Well, it ain't off right. The fort's bleeding useless. Why those lot were meant to be going there? I don't fucking know.
Who would know?
The guys that are higher up, ones that recently left the main camp.
And where would that be?
Somewhere in the mountains. The Bandit King's little kingdom, I guess you can call it, is just a bunch of bandit camps all together. His main camp's somewhere up in the mountains. Mine was a sort of gateway there, I guess.
I see.
Can you put this gateway on a map?
And you see him take the map, and you can see actually the gateway's already been marked. It was basically an area where the mountain dips in slightly, but you can see it's already there on the map.
So, this is if we wanted to go to this Bandit King.
Well, you'd either have to go through the gatehouse, which is... that thing's pretty heavily defended. Probably got a lot more defended. I'm gonna lead him quiet this fucking down, because that is loud. There we go. gatehouse, it's built to defend against that. If you can find another way through, that'd be best chances, but I don't know where the hell that main base is. I can't tell you about the other ones, and I assume that you've at least gotten close enough that he can actually see your map.
Yeah. Like I was. The next thing I was gonna ask was because we've gotten this
Yeah,
sort
so
of
I'll
like
say
close,
that I'll say that you two
yeah.
are slightly in the base, like close enough that he can see the map, but further enough that neither of you can make like a melee attack, and you can see the other bandits like.
Yeah, I would have probably like tried to wave the archers to like come behind the entrance of this little cave or whatever, or at least some of them stay up here on the top. Or
the two that are still there, like whatchamacalls it, are still there, but the other two have started to make their way around. I assume Gil's just.
And I was just curious how many
Gil's just
bandits it
kinda
looks like
falling.
there is in here.
There are. Wait 1 second.
Are we looking at overwhelming numbers?
You're looking at about 8 bandits.
Okay.
Used to be 9, but one of them's kind of dead.
He came down with a bad case of death.
Yeah,
An
but
arrow.
as you look at it, he just squints and then points to like the one closest to Gunmar. Says, "Well, that one I'm pretty sure you already know about that. That got taken before I got sent down here. So, give an idea of how long they've had it, several months. That one, however," he points to one that's a bit further back, which I didn't draw on that other map. That one's a new one. Only could have been a couple of months old. I know certain bits and pieces from the convoys I get here. But beyond that...
When did this Bandit King first appear?
Around a year ago. Around this time in the winter. Kind of heard about some bandit that was just making some noise around, had his own little base, and people say he was good with words. Turns out he was. And then a bunch of the camps around here swore allegiance to him because apparently he got some contact or something like that, and said he was the one that was going to take over Gunmar. And, I was basically the second order that they gave. Told me, come down here, secure the bridge, eventually we'll build your own little camp.
Well, I look at I think I look at him and all of his men and ask him, "What will you do now?"
Well, bandit life turns out pretty fucking boring. Spend your time just sitting around waiting for some poor sap to show up and then you rob them. I'm probably gonna go back into the wilds, where I came from. Try and set things straight. As for these lot, Christ, I don't know what they'll do. Maybe they'll go back to their homes, maybe they'll join other bandit camps.
We can't be having that second one. That's the thing. I smile.
If we can...
Any of you that wish to leave and wish to end your life of banditry, more than happy to.
Make
Anyone else?
a intimidation check.
I'll just like
again.
kind of slam my hammer in my fist.
Yeah, make an intimidation check.
Nice.
Natural 20.
That's another 20. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, several of them, again, like, a couple of them just look at each other, they stand up, several of them stand up, not all of them, and they just throw their weapons away and just start to walk off. And you see the one that was talking to you say, once those archers are gone, then, I'm pretty sure it's leveled for our weapons. It's like this. Nice. But, for the most part, give me a second. He beckons to one of the ones that haven't started walking away. You just see him, like, slowly walk forward and pick up all the weapons and just carry them towards you and just dump them on the ground in front of you. And he just walks back. Right. Do us a favor, get those lot, you know, away. And we'll give you the rest of our weapons.
Or keep the archers away, that's what he said. Okay.
Yeah, basically, he's indicating to the two that are just standing up on the top of the rock.
Yeah, I'll just, like, shoot him a glance and wave my arms around. in the fashion that you do when you're giving orders.
You're giving them the signal, like in Team America.
Yeah, like, it is pretty vague because it's dark, you know, I'm basically just telling them to fuck off. Because I don't like them to begin
you
with.
basically do, like, a shooing motion like you do to, like, an
Yeah.
animal. And they just, like, you know, you see the two of them start arguing a little bit, and Gil hears that and says, "We were told to kill them." "I know, but this guy is telling us not to." "Yeah, but if they do... Look, just do what he says,
We
right?"
listen to the big people.
Yeah, Gil is listening to, is overhearing this because he's right near him. He just says, "Making it is not gonna like this. You know that, right?" "Yeah, who cares? I'd rather he get pissed at us than get on the bad side of that guy." You just see him start slowly climbing down. Alright, well, all's fair then. And he beckons to the other ones that still have their weapons drawn, and as they walk forward, you see him sheath their weapons and just throw them into the pile, and he himself takes out his longsword, looks at it, and just goes, "Not really my thing anyway," and just throws it on top of the pile. Right.
I'll give him, like, an arm handshake, like the up to the elbow handshake.
Despite
and ask him what his name is.
You know, maybe I'll find a new name. Old one's been a bit tarnished, don't you think?
Definitely. We hope you have luck rebuilding your life from here.
Oh, I'm sure I'll find some people to do that. As he turns around, you see him start walking, and you see him start, you know, burst into a run, and then in a couple of blinks of an eye, you see what was once a man is now a wolf running into the darkness.
Probably blink a couple times, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, which
Was he a
Drain,
druid?
you've seen something similar to this happen before, and then you realize that bandit was actually also a druid.
Wow. I did not expect that one.
There is still one bandit left, and it's the one that's got the axe in his shoulder, and he's just like,
I take my axe back.
okay.
Oh yeah, can I?
And if he tries to stop me, then
back.
we'll see.
Like.
Yeah, go ahead, and if you're gonna do cure light wounds, go ahead and roll for it.
Sorry about that whole thing.
Oh, you cured his axe wound? Okay.
Yeah, because as you rip the axe out, it just blood starts spurting out.
Yep.
And you see you see the wound clear up after a while. He's just there, like, he winces a bit as he moves his shoulder, but as he stands up, he just looks at you guys and says, I guess you want this then." And he just picks up a very small axe. It looks more like a wood cutting axe, and just, like, place it down on the ground and then just
That's
stop.
basically what I hit him with, was like a hand wood cutting axe.
Yeah, basically he throws his down and just scarpers off, taking the torch with him.
Except for that's like my tertiary weapon, not my not my main weapon.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So so you see them all run off, and now all that's left is the light from the campfire. And as you all stand there, you see the scarred-faced archer walk up to you and says, "Right, you realize that this is just a fucking failure of a mission, right? We're meant to clear this place out, and you just let them go."
I like look around and like put my arms out. I'm like, it's pretty fucking clear to me.
We have, however, retaken this. And once again, he is correct. It is rather clear.
You see his eyes.
And we have a bit more information.
You see his eyes narrow down. Just said this basically this play on words, and he says, "Yeah? Try telling that to Megamere." And he just storms off.
Before, like, as he storms off, I'm like, "Hey,
What?
get your men to pick these swords up and carry them back." And I'll turn around and walk away.
Wait, can I inspect the camp to see if they left behind?
Yeah, was there?
any other
I'll probably walk
information?
into their camp to actually like inspect for more things, but
Make an investigation check.
Got it.
I have a -1 in investigation.
This is gonna go great.
Oh my god. Someone drew on a rock.
Drain, you find a rock which you swear is similar to the rock that Gil found in the inn.
Another magic rock.
They're just everywhere these days.
Yep. Mitch, you've just
Yes.
been lying there that entire time, and now you're starting to feel sore from the cold. Not frostbite, but you're getting a bit frozen.
Oh, okay. I light my deck.
Alright, and you're so cold that it doesn't actually hurt you.
Yes.
Wait, can we have Gil flop into the camp and make an investigation?
Yeah, sure. He walks in, and you can see a few of the archers are picking up the swords, but not many.
Okay.
I know there's still a bunch of...
It's more like a wrap them up in cloth sort of thing and like throw them over your shoulder. And they will. So, is there anything else here? Like, is this just like an abandoned camp, or?
As Gil searches around, he actually sees like the food supplies, and you know he's pretty decent at survival. He can tell there's only a few days worth of supplies left in here. It's not a whole lot there. The camp seems actually rather bare. You do, however, find about 400 gold in total in the camp.
Shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
You split that 4 ways? How many?
Yeah, I guess.
5 ways?
Yeah.
4 ways. 100 gold.
So, if you all finish your little search in the camp?
Yeah. Pretty much just clear the camp.
Can I look inside
with the-
some of the things?
What was that?
Can I look in like some of the little makeshift places that they were staying in for notes?
Yeah, for the most, you look and you do see a few scraps of paper, but it's mostly stuff like journal entries. As sifting through them, it's mostly just banter, you know, just them speaking their thoughts, but you don't find anything particularly big, not even in the Grander tent, which you assume was the bandit captain's tent. There isn't a whole lot there. The only things that there's only one thing that you find in the bandit captain's tent in his journal. It just said you see a small line which it basically seems to explain it that says, "We haven't had a convoy supply in weeks. We're running low. We even had to use some of the orders and such that we got just to get us fire and warmth. What the hell's going on here?"
So he abandoned this place essentially.
Well, it looks like they would have abandoned this place anyways.
Interesting.
Well, got us a little bit of information.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you all done in the camp?
I think so.
Alright. You all start to walk away, and looking around you see that there's only 3 of the archers now. And as you ask around, just said, Broyoff kind of got a bit pissed and decided to head back on his own.
Let's hope he doesn't die then.
Well, he's an arse anyway.
Yes.
Well, if he
Sometimes
does die,
you
it won't
have
be
to...
the worst in the world then. But still, let's hope he doesn't die.
Yes.
And then let's start like following his tracks wherever.
Okay, make a survival check then.
Can I give Gil the rock that I found?
My survival of 0.
So you pass him the, well, don't forget you get +1 because of your feet.
And I got a natural 20.
Christ
so it's actually a 21.
almighty.
I know, that's the third natural 20. That's insane.
All I do is win, no matter what.
I'm sorry. Is Percival here?
Apparently.
So Drain, you give the rock to Gil, and you see his eyes widen and says, "Oh my God, you found one too?"
Yes, though I took this one just because it had markings on it. Not sure if it's actually magic.
Oh,
no,
it's magic.
This totally has to be Hey, you think if we get 7 of them, we can, like, summon something to give us a wish?
You mean like a giant magical horned snake?
Oh,
Thing?
dude, that would be fucking sweet. Hey, what do you think you would wish for if that was the case?
Unity.
I kind of slither up next to him and I say, "You speak of the prophecy too loudly. Calm yourself."
Yeah.
This is happening while you're walking, because Volker is basically...
Yeah, I know.
Volker is leading you
It's like
guys.
I'm walking and there's the group of the 3 of them talking behind me, and I'm like tracking like a fucking Detective Pikachu over here.
Yeah, you're just very slowly going around checking like the trees for any markings, checking the ground and such, and you're doing judgment, and then you just hear these like talking about these useless rocks which they think have got magical properties.
Some pseudo-religious nonsense.
Yeah. And the other archers, they're more with you, Volker. 'Cause they give the other 3 some odd looks, but there's one further back that's just basically being like a rear guard. But you make it back with very much ease because of your tracking ability. And as you make it into Gunmar's ground, you actually see, standing there at the front gate, waiting for you, Captain Ilya.
Ready?
I have this thing feeling we're about to get shouted at.
I will see. We'll approach with
Yep.
with the weapons that we had recovered as well. I think that was part of it, but I don't remember.
So as you walk up, Ilya just looks at the weapons and just say, "Well, I suppose it wasn't a total fail. Tell me, is it true that you let the bandits live?"
I did.
Well, judging on their supplies and what little they actually had, they were already 1 foot in the grave.
No food, no weapons. Hardly bandits, are they?
A bandit can do rather interesting things when cornered. Would have been best to put their other foot in the grave. No matter, you've done the mission. Meganeer is probably going to shout at you some more, though.
As is his job, I'm sure.
It's all our jobs to make sure that Gunmar's ground is safe. Well, it's the Meganeers now. I have been summoned back to Dawnstar. The guard change is mostly complete, so this is now Meganeer's base of operations.
At least we also got out with a little bit more information on how they're able to operate like this.
Well, hopefully that will mean Meganeer doesn't get too angry at you. At this point, it's not my concern.
Very well.
Good luck, you four. And with that, she just walks away and just takes one of the horses nearby and just starts riding off towards Dawnstar.
Okay, we'll head back to the Meganeer's tent or what have you.
Alright. So at this point, the sun starts to come up, so you don't get stopped for curfew. Now you make your way into the longhouse, and as you go into the war room...
In a few minutes, the sun will rise.
Hey, Jerry! In a few minutes, the sun's going to rise!
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know, Yug. And as you walk in, you can see Meganeer just standing almost right at the entrance, so you nearly bump into him, and he's just
like open the door, and if I wasn't like paying attention, I would have.
Yeah, he's just glaring at you.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I told you to clear that place out.
You did not tell us how to clear it out. And by
That's...
all accounts, it is clear.
Yeah, I point at my friend, my Argonian friend. Say precisely. I wouldn't say precisely. I would say, yes.
As he glares at Drain, he looks at you, Volker, and says, "I'm sorry. Did Falkreach not teach you what to do in case of bandits? About dismantling their bases?"
The base was already pretty abandoned.
I meant with the actual bandits.
The way I saw the situation, and in the way that in the way it turned out, the people that were there are hardly bandits at all, as far as I could tell. They didn't have much supplies left, and they left their weapons. I'm sure they could get more.
At this point, Gil comes in behind you. The archers had gave the bag of weapons to Gil. He just carries in, brings them, and he looks and says, "Well, I suppose that will keep them out of any coming battles for a few days." And he just spits on the blades.
And not only that, but their leader granted us some information.
Go on.
Potential location of the Bandit King's base of operations, and a potential way of getting to it. Whether this is valid or accurate information, given the fact that, yes, they were bandits. Something we would be more than happy to check for you.
I have scouts that can do that. Let's hear this
Much
information.
Better. And I'll like pull up my map and I'll like, we already obviously had it was marked the gate.
Yeah.
But the information in terms of like where the base might be is sort of new information. But
can I relay it as well as the information we found out pertaining particularly to the Bandit King himself, including that he does indeed have connections, which may be allowing him to get these weapons, as well as access to things that otherwise would be rather hard to come across.
I would figure that he has connections. And he looks at the weapons, and looking at it now, you can see about half of them are Imperial grade. They're pretty worn, but they definitely are Imperial grade steel. You don't get a hold of that many weapons just by being a bandit. And he looks at Lovo and says, "Given by your dagger, I imagine that you didn't just find that in the forest, did you?"
No.
Which means that he has his fingers deep. Very deep.
And who knows? Maybe you'll be completely correct in assuming that they're foul and evil bandits, and that they'll return to their Bandit King, resupply, and that'll give us a chance to find out where they're getting their weapons from, won't it? I'm not sure.
That is indeed the biggest.
It's more of your job than mine, really, but I'm just the muscle. And I'll flex, probably. I'll give you
given how the stuff is not being taken from our armory, it makes it very difficult to see where they're getting the weapons from. I have checked and triple checked Gunmar's armory, and there has been no weapons stolen. That means they're getting their weapons from somewhere else. Wherever that somewhere else is, we need to know where that is. We can't do that when we're here. So I don't need you talking about what my job is. My job is making sure that this town stays standing. Now, even though it's not
Next
how
step, Captain.
Even though it's not how I would like it, I can't deny that we now have this clearing to ourselves. Because of that, we're gonna have to strike very quickly. We're gonna have to try and take out that main base there. If we get access to our lumber mill, then we can think about hunting down the Bandit King. This is all about territory control. If we give up too much territory, then we are finished. So we need to find the important bits and hold. This lumber mill, and he points with emphasis on the closest, block nearest to Gunmar's ground, is essential that is taken down. The other ones, the mines that they took over, this gatehouse, wherever the hell their main base is, that can come later. We need to secure our front section. We need to secure our defenses, and we need that base taken down. Now, it just so happens that Calamin's party has arrived back from their mission, and they have a couple that are willing to help. So, what I'm going to have you lot do is you are going to join them in taking the base. This is going to be different, though, from your run-of-the-mill, go in, kill everything, take loot strategy. From what Felina told us, the bandits are mostly disorganized. They stay normally as long as their captain stays. So, what you lot are going to do is you're going to go on an assassination mission. Your objective will be to sneak into the base from behind, take out the captain, and leave. Hopefully, they'll become so disorganized that they'll either abandon it entirely, or we'll be able to take it without much of a bloodshed. And I'm making it very clear that this bandit captain must die.
More than happy.
I'm glad we finally see eye to eye then. Now then, and he grabs a sack of gold and just throws it to you, Volker. As much as I hate your way with words, you did clear the camp. So there's 400 in there for all of you.
For each of us, or?
As in, split between the four of you, 400 gold.
Okay, cool.
So it's 100 each for the four of you that are there. But know this, and he lifts up the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
If you kill the captain and get out without losing too much stuff, or if you have some information from killing that captain, the bag will be yours. Otherwise, nothing. And he just slams the bag down hard on the table.
Excuse me, if it's not much prying, but may I ask something?
Depends on exactly what it is you want.
Were there any soldiers disappeared or were dishonorably released from duty with around a year ago or so?
We get people discharged honorably and dishonorably every damn day. What, are you implying that this Bandit King's like some ex-Imperial or something like that?
If not an ex-Imperial, then perhaps some other soldier.
We've had Imperials become bandits in the past. They tend not to be this smart.
It could be far worse then.
If I had to hazard a guess, either this guy's an ex-Imperial, or he's friends with some Imperials. That's the only way I can see of it. The question is, who's the person that he's bedded with?
Well, first, the lumber mill.
Yeah, the lumber mill is the most important thing. We get that, we can reinforce this town. We can provide ourselves with arrows and spear staffs and bows. As of right now, we're going by what few traders come by here. And you realize that you haven't seen any traders really come by. You've seen the odd traveler heading towards Dawnstar, but you haven't really seen a trader.
No, not a whole lot. Leave trade.
This is not something that can wait either. So, I'll give you all an hour to get yourselves ready. I'll tell Kellerman's lot that they need to be ready as well. I believe that at least 3 of them will be willing to help.
Okay, I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna BRB for a moment.
And he picks up a small bit of parchment, and Reed says, yeah, it's, the Dark Elf Elrond, that's, Imperial Bella, and the big guy, Christ, what's with half giants and their shitty names? Bermagor. Those 3 are gonna be joining you. Their intention is to be a distraction while you go for the captain.
Excellent.
Of course, if you guys got any better ideas, ask them, they'll probably go with it. All I care about is that that lumber mill is gone. So, any questions?
When you say you want the lumber mill gone,
I probably when he says that, I probably have my arms crossed and let out like the biggest belly laugh, like ha ha ha.
And he looks down
because that's exactly what
I
was thinking.
He looks down and sees the dagger that is still burning, which, by the way, you take a point of fire damage.
Oh, good thing that wasn't 2 points, or he'd be dead.
No, he got healed 5
Oh,
points
he got healed,
by Gil's lay on hands. If I find that lumber mill is burnt to the ground, wizard, then you will
I'll
find...
be sure.
Then
The
you
only
will
thing he
find your
burns.
head on a pike outside of this town. I want the captain dead. I want the lumber mill intact.
picky. Fine,
Of
I can do
course.
that.
Are there any other questions, then?
I don't believe so.
Then get yourselves set up. You have an hour before they're waiting for you.
Okay. What kind of stuff do they have? Like, you said there wasn't much in the way of traders here, so, like, I don't imagine... I
As
don't
in,
know.
like, the town?
What can I buy with my gold?
You know from what Gil and such told you, that there's 2 general stores in this town.
Okay, I'm back.
Alrighty.
All right. You know that there's 2 general stores in the town, but you yourself haven't actually visited them.
Wait, can I wake up Haas?
As you head to the inn, Haas is actually just there eating. And the innkeeper comes up to you and says, he's been eating non-stop. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to charge you for that.
How much?
25 gold.
Holy shit. That's a lot of...
Okay.
Alright.
I give him the money, and
Yeah,
now
so-
subtract it from my current amount. That's Yeah, I have more than enough.
All right. So, yeah, you have an hour before you're meant to be seen at the gates. So,
Yeah, I wanted to buy some health potions, first of all. 2 of them if I can.
all right.
If that's a thing that I can buy.
Yeah. So,
Benora.
as you go, as you lead Volker over to Nora's shop, you actually see that the shop's closed.
No. Oh.
Like, you try and open the door, but it doesn't
Ting,
budge.
ting,
You
ting,
knock
ting,
on
ting.
it, nothing happens.
God, my hands are on my eyes and I look in the window.
Yeah, it's dark in there. Like, it's all, you can see it's nice and neat, but it's just dark there.
And there's no answer when we knock?
No answer.
Is there a
Shall we
back
look?
door?
We are
No, there's
not
no back door
stealing
either.
Benora.
Oh. No, I was gonna knock on the, but just, I'm not a thief.
No.
An honorable
just-
person.
And then you just
Oh, well, that's very sad.
yeah, as you what's it called? As you guys start walking away, Drain, you actually spot some a familiar face nearby near the blacksmith, and you see it's Reginald, just standing guard there.
Ah, Reginald. How are
Mr. Drain, it's so nice to see you again. I see that you're still alive.
you? And I see that you're doing well yourself.
I've got a job to do, as you know. I've just been helping the blacksmith with various orders. Translating common to giant is something that I'm quite acquainted with. I see that you were trying to see Nora, was it?
Yes.
And he looks around to see if anyone's listening in, just says, I'm not meant to tell you this, but she has been taken away for questioning.
What?
It is believed that she may be in possession of certain potions that can cause someone to go mad. One of her orders showed a potion that described a potion of madness. Rather than taking any chances, we have decided to take her in for questioning.
There, anywhere else in town I could buy a health potion?
I mean, there's Guraz's Goods, and he points with his spear to a very run-down looking building.
Just.
Well, internally screaming.
I see.
Well, thank you for pointing me in the right direction, and I'll shake his hand and I'll walk away. Nice to meet you, Reginald.
Yeah, he doesn't shake your hand, but he does give you like a dawn guard salute.
Okay, he gives. Yeah, if he just salutes, then I'll probably just like mirror the salute back.
Yeah. All right.
Same. As I'm just kind of like.
As
I
we're
was-
walking to the next place, I look at Drew and I'm like, Drew, what was that about?
And I whispered to him, she I identified as.
I lean in close to him. I'm like, I can't hear you. What you're saying? Speak louder.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are saying that you're whispering, but just go ahead and speak normal volume. And we'll
Yeah,
just-
I know. I was making a joke. Just.
Kill bought a potion from her that I identified, and it was one of madness. So currently, I have possession of said potion.
And have
She
you told
had
anybody
no
about it?
No, and she had no idea what kind it was. Then I let her know.
That this is concerning. It seems your friend seems to be into something that she's not supposed to be.
She bought it by complete accident.
Well, that's concerning.
At this
I
point,
have other
you
potions to buy.
at this point you walk into Grunar's goods, and
Yeah.
it looks a complete mess. Very run down, very poor upkeep. But you do see, in the background, a orc with a missing tusk and hair tied into ponytail dreadlocks, which you assume to be Grunar. Or Gruar, even.
I'll approach him and say, hello. I'm looking for some potions of health. Health potions I require for my venturing. What'll be going on?
What kind?
Just your basic potion of healing. If I see any, I'll like point.
The shelves look pretty bare, but you do see on the counter 2 rather damaged hand axes. One of them is covered in what looks to be dried blood.
Oh god. Can I just look at it and be like... Where the fuck?
As you... Actually, one sec, let me just...
Flashbacks.
He looks at you slowly and said, "What did you say?"
To me or to him?
To Drayan.
Okay.
I just had a memory.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You mind sharing it?
It was how I was almost killed by a person.
And you see his eyes just narrow. As he keeps staring at you.
Do I get a response from him in terms of my question?
He's just entirely focused
He's
on
just
Dre
staring.
now. He's
Okay,
just
I'm,
giving him a very... Like, he is staring daggers into him.
Yes. I was almost killed by this
maybe like lean over to Dreer and be like,
barbarian who,
you know this guy?
after I saved...
Should have killed him when you had the chance. And he turns back to you, Volker, and says, I got 2 weak healing potions, 100 gold each, and 5 really shitty ones, 50 gold each.
Can I see them?
And he just walks, he walks to a small pouch on the side of the door, and you just see him just shove his hand in and just pull out a handful of bars and just slams them down hard. Not enough to break the glass, but they make a very loud noise as they smash down. And you can see they're definitely potions of healing, but they're not very good ones.
Hmm. And even I can tell that this is just gonna be not good.
5 of them look like they're just water with some red dye in them. Like they're that poor quality. Like you can definitely tell that they would definitely heal you, but
well,
also got a scroll here. Magic shield ups your AC by 5 till I don't know, a certain amount of time. You know from seeing Lavo using it that it lasts just around.
How much is the shield?
The scroll, you mean?
Oh, the shield, or was that was
a scroll of
scroll
magic
of shield. I understand.
It was a scroll of magic
no,
shield.
I can't. I'm not a person of magics. Otherwise, I think I will take. I guess I'll take 2 of the shitty healing potions.
Okay. You have 2 weak healing potions then. These heal 1d4 plus 2.
Okay.
And he looks at you and he looks at you, Drain, and says, and if you so much as like that, Mary, my son, why don't you fucking take his axes? 50 gold. And he just shoves the axes forward a bit. But you can tell they are pretty messed up. Like, they would need some good solid repair work before they'd actually be usable.
You said 1d4 plus 2?
Yes.
Well, I do think my friend here may need another axe.
I don't fucking care what you want to do with these axes. Use them to shave your beard for all I care.
Are these just like shitty looking axes?
Yeah,
like are these
they
just
are-
like
they are
blood
messy.
covered?
One
There's
of
just
them,
nothing.
One of them is caked in dry blood, which, Drain, you are very well aware that is your own blood. And the other, and they are both very badly damaged to the point where you probably won't be able to use them without getting repaired.
I
Yeah,
give
those are bad.
him
Those are shitty.
money for the one with my blood on it.
To put the gold, he just practically throws the axes at you, not in like a actual mental attack, but just like tosses them both at you. That's all, then fuck off. And he just starts walking towards the side room.
Okay then. And I'm just going to get out of there.
And you leave. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's it. Well, like I kind of want to. I don't want to deal with this guy, so I'm leaving. Yeah.
All
I
right.
just I want to see if I can try to clear Nora's name.
I think at this point you have about 10 minutes before that 1 hour deadline.
Yeah, we gotta go meet. We gotta meet with Calamine. So let's head
Yeah.
to wherever they would be.
It's not Calamine that
whatever.
you're looking for.
Or,
It's Calamine's party.
Yes, his party. So we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvin Orbs,
He's
Bella,
going and doing
and
solo
Bruno.
work right now, being a sneaky fucker.
Don't you mean being awesome?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I said, wasn't it?
Point. Alright, so you guys get to the gates of Gunmar's ground, and you do see the Dark Elf, the Imperial, and the big lumbering half giant, who's even taller than you, Volker.
Mm-hmm.
And Dark, I keep forgetting their names. I have too many goddamn names to remember. I think it was Elvor, his name was.
Mm-hmm.
I need to write these. I need to find a. I just need to make a goddamn. Whatever. The Dark Elf just says, "Right, well, you're all early. Are you ready then?"
Yep.
Yes, I am. Please.
If you all find a better idea for what we have planned, as free as a distraction, you focusing on the captain, then you can tell us before we start the attack. I'd rather
A
us be-
distraction, you mean?
That
As a
is-
bard, distracting is
That's their
one of
job.
my bread and
And
butter.
Our job's
Bella-
to kill him.
And Bella speaks up and says, "Oh, I'm pretty sure they'll be fine with just me." Which you
yes,
remember
Your
Bella
amazing
actually
illusions.
pulled. Yeah, Bella, you remember, is an illusionist. Very well. Let us go with haste. And that's where we're going to
Excuse
end
me.
tonight's session.
Oh, right on.
Because I've literally just ran out of time. So odds are we'll have to do these sessions like
Guys,
a
I
little
rolled
bit
three
earlier.
20s. That's out of
That was so
the
many
rolls
20s.
made. I made.
That was so many 20s. What the hell?
See how many
Blessed
like
by
that? I
Iron
made
Jesus
one.
himself.
Yeah.
2,
Meanwhile,
3,
I got
4.
to roll damage for Mitch all the time.
Out of 10 rolls, I rolled 3 20s. That is, if those were, if I was to roll a d20,
Yeah.
I would have rolled. That is a
And
30%
I'm
chance
honestly
of rolling.
impressed that you were able to extinguish that encounter without bloodshed. Well, without much bloodshed.
Yeah, I was like kind of like and that's actually really funny the way that because I didn't I didn't really think that out with the situation. I didn't think that killing the bandit, like, no, fuck that.
Yep.
I don't want to kill the bandits. And it's kind of cool because I liked that was it felt like like an other out of city cop like shows up to another city and he's like, I'm just doing my job, doing the right thing that police officers are supposed to do, and then in the dirty cop city they're like, no, just kill everybody, who cares? And I'm like, dude, that's the way it felt, which is pretty cool. I like that happened.
Well, I'm glad that I'm pulling this off.
As
But yeah, we might have to do the sessions like an hour, maybe 2 hours earlier, because, you know, time zones is a bitch sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with because we started. When did we actually like start today?
Around 10.
Yeah, so it was like 11 o'clock my time, and so like I can do
It was coming up to 4
earlier,
o'clock.
which is fine.
Yeah. We'll try an hour earlier. The next session, which might be next week, might be the week after. Not sure yet. Depends on how quickly I can pick up the session. It's just because I ran out of time literally right when we finished with Grog.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm interested. There's like intrigue going on.
Well, I'm
What is
glad.
happening? I'm excited.
I'm so. Is it a bit egotistical to say? Is it Sunday yet?